if you want the run uncut. Yeah. Unapologetic from the jump. Yeah. And no politics in this club, just dirt from the streets and the creeks in the mud. Tech 12. Best podcast for the Seahawks, #1 sports talk. Yeah, we got it on live. Tech 12. Every episode 12 hot takes. And we reppin' for Seattle, my place.
It's the Take 12 podcast. I'm Brett. Katie's here. Lofa's there as usual. On this episode, plenty to commiserate about as Santa Clara comes up to Seattle and takes our turkey. Also, I got beef with Tommy Devito, Lofa.
Oh.
You got feelings on stolen cellies?
Meh.
Riveting. And then also, crazy college games. The Dogs are undefeated. Bow down to Washington. Welcome to the show. Check us out on all social media at Take12Pod. You guys can email us anytime. It's SeahawksPod@gmail.com. All right, let's get right into it. I think we just press record and start talking because, and I think this is the episode to do it. I'm pissed. We suck. I'm so depressed. Bro, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. I texted all you guys that exact quote. 2 words. Or maybe it was 4. I think we suck. I don't know, man. What the hell? I mean, it's one thing to get beat in a primetime game by your rival, but it's another thing to just look kind of ugh. Like, I mean, dude, I walked away for a bit. I mean, I haven't done that in a while.
Well, that's probably when we came back.
I know I should have stayed gone. They mounted a little bit of a comeback, but then it was, I don't know, bro.
It was.
I'm upset.
I think it was. What were we? It was at 11 points with 7 minutes to go. I think that's what it was. We had opportunities.
Did it feel like 11 though?
No, it felt like 50.
Okay.
But,
well, that's my point, I think.
So you're not wrong in feeling that way. I'm never going to tell you how to feel, Brett.
I know.
But
well, look, and it's the longest drinking day of the year too, Lofa. And I also had the tryptophan was probably all in there too. I mean, it was a long day for everybody, so maybe that played into it.
I rewatched it, and it wasn't as ugly as the final score.
Okay. All right.
Were we in it? I know what you're saying. It felt like we were never in it, but we got to convert to some of these opportunities, and even getting off the field. Bobby had a huge stop. On 3rd and 7, we got a hands to the face or illegal contact, something downfield. And it's like now that turns into points instead of a field goal or a missed field goal. Know if he makes it. But yeah, just couldn't seem to get much going or anything going on offense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I thought we looked good in the no huddle though.
Yeah. Up tempo, changing it up a little bit.
We went up tempo. Yeah, when you go up tempo, it presents a lot of problems for the coordinator and the defense. You know, they don't have time to sit and think and go through the play sheet like, oh, well, they're 75% run in this, personnel or 80% pass out of this look. Those are kind of some of those little things that helps the defense play faster. And when you're kind of on your heels because you're getting up, you're getting the call in your helmet, and you're just kind of like trying to signal to everybody what play you need to run right there. And you just hope to God that everybody gets this on the same page. But I thought that gave us a little momentum, gave us a little confidence. Gino was getting the ball out quick. And a lot of the times when we were, 5-7 step dropping, there was guys in the backfield within 2-3 seconds.
Yeah.
That front four, they didn't even have to bring 5. And I mean, when they did bring 5, it was hell.
Yeah. Hurts to have K9 out, probably. I mean, Charbonnet tried. They gave him 14 carries for 47, but, just kind of couldn't get anything going.
What did I say going into this? I said we got to lean on him. 14, that's solid. I mean, 3.5, I know that's – you're not sitting there like, oh, he deserves 20, 25 carries, but it's a matter of time, and then he'll break one,
Mm-hmm.
and he did towards the end. He had like a 11-yard first down run, um, but you got to get him into a rhythm, and then just get that check down going. I mean, that's essentially what the Niners did
That's
to
what the
us.
Niners do.
I
Yeah.
don't know how many. I don't know how many times I saw McCaffrey turn a 5-yard catch into a 15, 20-yard gain.
Mm-hmm.
Debo on the little crossing route. Um, it was pretty much how they got us. And then eventually, when we start creeping up, they're going to hit the shot over the top. But they did a great job of moving the pocket. Purdy played great.
Well, that's
I'm
what
not
I
going
was.
to take anything away from him.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I've written down here to ask you about our offense. Why don't we roll Gino out, or who am I? You know what I mean? Like, bro,
No,
when he
asking a
runs,
question. Yeah.
well, I mean, when he runs, he had 4 carries for 21 yards. That's 5 over 5 a carry. No, but like, why not put him on the move? Gino can run. He's got long legs. He's fast,
He did
faster
a couple
than
times.
than he should be. And dude, when he's just
Yeah.
getting sacked like
Yeah.
that, it's ugly. Put
It
him on the
is, yeah.
move.
Yeah.
No, yeah, even Katie said he did do it a couple times,
And it
and
was
we
so
actually got
exciting.
some first downs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And-
But who is that on? Is that on Waldron, or is that on just Gino to do it more often, or like, because man, when he's
Well-
just sitting in the pocket and it's collapsing and he doesn't get the ball out, it just looks like the old quarterback sometimes.
When he ran, it felt, I mean, I don't know anything, but it felt like he was like frustrated and he was like, I'm running it. Like,
Yeah, I think
that's
he
what it
needs to-
felt like.
I want running Gino more often.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's kind of what happened. There was one designed rollout that he got out of the pocket and he made a nice throw. And then another one where he just said, to hell with it, I'm taking off. And that's what you're talking about. The one where he picked up the first down. I think it was like
Yeah.
11 yards down our right sideline.
And it was like, thank
yeah,
God.
Gino can run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd you say?
It felt like I was like, thank God. Because I felt like it was such a frustrating game to watch.
It was.
I was
yes, it
so frustrated.
Producer Katie's hot about this one. She's like, man, I gave up
Now-
my Thanksgiving night for
I
this.
did.
Well, also, you were watching it with Niners fans,
I
which had
was.
to be insufferable.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
See,
Sorry
I
about
relate
that
to all
for
of
you.
that, Katie, but I was in the stadium and it was like 35 degrees outside, so I relate even
Yeah.
to a wilder extent.
Yo, okay, Lofa, how about DK with 9 targets but 3 receptions for 32?
Yeah, it was a tough day for him. Ward played his ass off.
Yeah.
That's a good corner. It looked like they knew what we were running route wise, for them to be sitting. They showed the replay of that dig, and it's like a 10 to 15 yard in, and he just sat inside, and he even, like, the safety jumped in late to help too, so he knew he had help there, but he just knew the dig was coming, and that's what, I don't know. Are we too predictable?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we're going through right now, because especially if you have help inside or over the top inside, you should be playing that outside in, squeezing it. And it for whatever, that's the one he almost picked off.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one he broke up. Would have been a tough catch. It was actually a nicely timed throw and pass by both Gino and DK. He was just right there. So I mean, that could speak to maybe predictability from that standpoint.
Yeah. It feels like such a squandered opportunity, Like, Pete Carroll talked about it. Just primetime game, your arch rival, Thanksgiving night, the stadium's lathered
Action
up.
green.
You're wearing the action green. I mean, I had to sit there with my family. Just they're not Seahawks fans because I travel for the holidays. If you guys listen to our special Thanksgiving episode, you know that. But they were just bitching and moaning about the action green all night, and it's hard when you're getting hammered to really stand up for it. I was like, no, it's fun. I mean, and they're just like, the worse it got, the more silly it looked.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
We converted a you know how kids take the other side, right? I was with a bunch of Niners fans, and one of the like 19-year-old kids was like, I'm gonna be a Seahawks fan.
Oh, that's nice.
So we gained one.
Did that last through the first quarter?
Yeah, because of
Okay.
the action green.
Okay. Some shout outs for some great performances, though, I guess. Jordan Brooks. Shout out to Brooksy, guest of the show. And might I say, after his appearance on this show, I'm not, I'm not saying, but I'm kind of saying. Well, Brooks has always been awesome. He's a tackling machine, but I'm just saying. Sweet performance by him, with the pick six.
For sure.
Pick six, 12 tackles, big hits.
Yeah,
he was all over the place.
Yeah.
And they showed him on the sideline, kind of getting the guys together. And I just think that's a big step in terms of leadership,
Did it look like they were paying attention, though, to you?
Yeah. Who was not paying attention?
I don't know. I'm just asking you. I mean, honestly, I thought that was kind of an interesting moment. McNeil, maybe you be the second voice of the fans here for us. But when I saw that clip, my first initial thought when the announcers were saying, oh, Brooks was rallying the troops on the sideline, and then they were going to show us the footage, I thought, oh, here we go. And then I saw him going crazy, and I saw a lot of guys kind of staring off into space like I see on my little league team sometimes when I realize I've been talking for too much. You know what I mean? Like when they're sick of the sound of my voice. I saw that look on some of our defenders' faces. McNeil, did it look like that fired the team up, or did it look like they were tuning him out a little?
I think it definitely fired him up because JSN made that insane catch relatively right after.
Well, he's not on the defense.
Well, I know, but it rallied the team, I think.
I don't know.
We did play better after that point.
Yeah.
Let's go back and find that clip. I'm going to find that clip, and I'll draw some circles around some faces that I think would get the coach Brett, hey, eyes up here. Let's go.
Somebody said something, though, because they came back after the second half, and we were playing really hard. I know we played hard.
Yeah, I know.
Well, and then even for him to make that play, right? I know it was a tip ball, but it just showed like he was about it. He wasn't talking bullshit out there.
Yeah, that's true.
When he was saying, hey, like, get your shit together. Let's go. I texted him after the game. I thought that was incredible.
I'd say, in
terms of.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. My bad. The timing on these. Sorry. We'll fix it later.
I can't even see you guys, so I'm just looking at myself on the screen. It's so awkward.
I know, but we know it's getting it all. Go for it, my man. I'm sorry.
No, it was incredible. Just moment in his maturity as a leader, and then to go out there and make that play. It's kind of like everyone, they have no choice but to listen.
Yeah.
And so it was cool. It was a cool thing to see.
Yeah. No, all tongue-in-cheekiness aside about him being a guest and stuff, I really think this season, Brooks is just really a standout as far as just sort of what he's become this season, high draft pick, came in, and I don't know if he would even say he was living up to his own expectations, but this season really just coming out party for him. Kudos to him. Shout out to him. He's playing his ass off.
Yeah, he put it together. And mind you, this is after ACL, a major reconstructive surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks even faster, if that's possible. That one where he chased Purdy down,
yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah.
And again, 12 tackles, just adding to all the stats that he piles up. Good to see.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to give any love to the Niners on this show because they looked great, but we're not a Niners podcast, so no credit to them. None.
Actually, I'll take some credit away. Did you see that last pass?
Yeah. Well, no. Let's be honest. No. No.
So the one that essentially put it away and gave us the final score of 31-13. It was a total push-off, pass interference missed by the referees.
Yes. I thought you meant final pass of the game. Yeah, no, of course I thought that was the pass that made me turn my TV off.
Yes.
For all the calls that have gone against us for illegal contact, holding, pass interference.
Yes.
Where the hell were they on that one?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the NFL this year. It's crazy.
It was like a full-out clothesline to Spoon's head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get out of here. I'm going this way.
Yeah.
And
He
that
went
one was
flying.
frustrating for me to watch.
Yeah, totally. It's frustrating, but then
JSN
on some
one,
level,
too.
that's what we want, though. Too is like this tough physical football game, and then it goes against us. So but they should call it since they do call it against us. That's why the whole thing's maddening, man. Ay, ay, ay. And you throw on all the pumpkin pie I had. It was a heavy
Pumpkin
weekend,
pie.
man.
Ew, gross.
What? Pumpkin pie's delicious. How
No
dare
pumpkin
you?
pie.
No
No.
pumpkin pie.
No
What
way.
kind of pie do you get instead?
I mean, apple pie.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to think what else. I don't know. Not a huge pie guy, but don't like pumpkin.
How was the calzone this year? Or no,
Didn't
stromboli.
even get one.
Sorry, Oh.
Didn't even get one.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I just knew it was going to be an off day.
Jeez.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey, some business to take care of here on the show. Somebody predicted the score. As a matter of fact, I think
No way.
2 or 3 people predicted the score.
Two people
Perhaps
did.
2 people. Final
There was
answer.
one on Twitter. There was one on Instagram.
Okay.
We put their names in a hat.
Well,
This guy won.
we put them in there, and the winner is producer Katie.
Darren Hare. How dare you?
Woo!
What a rude prediction.
What a jerk. But no, thank you for predicting
Yeah,
the score.
for
Yeah,
sure.
for joining the giveaway. It's what, $100? Was
$100,
it?
Darren.
$100
Yeah.
to our
Hundo.
friends at Simply Seattle. It's a gift card coming your way. And if you use the promo code Take12, you take an extra 12% off. Anyone can do that out there on Simply Seattle. It's our friends, simplyseattle.com. I don't really have anything else about the Seahawks unless you want to keep going on the Seahawks. I was going to
Well-
move on. I got some other stuff.
Not the. I don't know. Yeah, just maybe some concerns in the run game defensively.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
average 6, 5.6, and 3.8, and it's just, I don't want that problem, coming up again. And it just makes me wonder why Shanahan threw 30 passes when you're running for 5.5 a clip.
I mean, to me, I think Shanahan was just out there doing anything he pretty much wanted to do.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
Christian
like,
McCaffrey,
you know,
looked like the fastest human being alive out there.
yeah. You ever just play Madden, but you change the difficulty, and you're just calling any play you want and having fun, flipping it to the other side, running it again, having fun. Seemed like that's pretty much what was happening.
I mean, I think that's what good coordinators do.
Mm-hmm.
Show me you could stop it. Prove it. Prove
Yeah.
it to get me out of this.
And I think also, sorry, but I think the Seahawks also right now, and they got this stretch coming up. And hey, I know it's hard, but quit complaining. Like they got to prove it too. You want to be that team, you got to go out and beat these teams. So, let's go.
Very true. Hey, we still, shine some optimism on this shit, man. We're still in the hunt.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but go in the wrong
So-
direction. I mean, look, I wore my Mariners hat today because I'm already looking forward to spring training, bro.
I don't know if
His
you
eyes
want
went
to talk
huge.
about Mariners news now.
No, that's true.
I think McNeil might have some serious feelings about the moves we just made.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's not get him going on that. That'll be a whole different podcast. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Moving on. Shout out to our friends at Delta Airlines. I flew Delta down to the south, and Delta is the way to go. They're just the nicest crew ever up there. The planes are super sweet. The plane we took from LA to Atlanta was one of the big ones with the even the middle row, and just looks like the nicest first class ever. And then they got the Comfort Plus right behind that, and then even back in coach where of course I am. Was great.
Comfort Plus, free beers.
Hell
just so you
yeah.
know.
Hell yeah. And you guys know when you sign up for 12 status, you get 1 extra mile for every yard the Seahawks throw, which if you were signed up on Sunday means that you got an extra 180 miles. Yeah, it takes like 30 seconds to sign up. So go to 12status.com and put in your Delta number and all that good stuff. It's Delta Airlines, everybody. Delta.com. Lofa, I got beef in the NFL, and I wonder if you have beef as well. Let me explain to you my beef. My beef is with a young man named Tommy DeVito and the New York Football Giants. Now, producer Katie, have you heard of this kid?
Nope.
He comes in, starts playing quarterback, and the internet starts blowing up with Sopranos gifs left and right because they're so excited a kid named Tommy DeVito is playing quarterback for the New York Giants. Everybody gets very excited, okay? And that's great. And he's doing well, right? He's performing well. He's throwing touchdown passes. His whole family's in the stadium. It's a very joyous story except for one thing.
What?
His celebration is this. Right? He's doing this.
No.
As a celebration. I don't know what this move is called, but it's an Italian stereotypical move that I'm doing with my hand, okay? He's doing this, and speaking of my Mariners, he's ripping off Dom Canzone, who came on at the end of last season, and that was his celebration to everybody when he would do something cool. And the Mariners didn't do anything, and maybe nobody knows that about Dom Canzone, but we all know that. And Tommy DeVito and his entire family are ripping it off. Forget about it. There you go.
That's your beef?
Yeah, that's my beef. But also, it's kind of a cool story.
see.
Good for Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. Tommy DeVito, 17 of 25, 191 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was good enough for a win.
Yeah. Yeah. You want Tommy DeVito to be celebrating like that, though, Lofa? I mean, come on. What about what's you got to give me your perspective on a stolen celly.
Stolen cellies happen, man. You know? I try to think about when A-Rod came out with the discount double check. That used to be Freddie Mitchell, wide receiver for the Eagles.
True
I think
that.
He was the one that started that.
True that.
The point to the nameplate, I think my guy Bryce Fisher, when we went back to play St. Louis, because he played for St. Louis prior, he had like 2 or 3 sacks against them, and he just looked to the crowd and was like, yeah, you know
That's a
the
sweet
name.
celly.
And everyone does that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So,
That one's kind of I let that one go though. This one's a very specific move, my friend. No, this one, a stolen celly's a stolen celly.
I think if you give credit, then there's no problem with it.
All right. I doubt he's giving credit to Dom Canzone. McNeil, are you mad about this? He's sleeping.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
McNeil
Whatever.
has left the show.
I'll move on. Look, if Tommy DeVito was a stand-up comedian stealing material, they'd throw him out. You're not supposed to steal material. Come on.
I thought all comedians steal jokes.
Only the good ones.
Brett, what did Brett need of me thinking I was sleeping?
McNeil, Tommy DeVito stole his celly from Dom Canzone.
The finger thing?
Yeah.
Well, he can have it because Canzone didn't get us to the playoffs when he was supposed to.
Yeah, all right, fine.
That was our big trade.
Dude, we're
so-
depressed around here. Can you tell?
This,
And then let's give him Eugenio Suarez for pennies.
Oh, don't even. I told you to not bring it up. I told you to not bring it
supposed
up.
to bring it up, McNeil.
Why? Why did they say? Why did they trade one of my favorite players? My kids are so mad. My kids are pissed. They cried. They went, Gino? They didn't get rid of Gino. I said, yeah, they got rid of Gino. I have no idea why. And for nothing. They better be clearing space, McNeil.
Big locker room guy.
McNeil, they better be clearing space, McNeil. You know what I mean? They better be clearing space.
They better be, but if they don't, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
All right, moving on.
They cleared $9 million getting rid of Suarez, so if that's not going to Shohei, then I don't want it.
EpicSeats.com,
Find
everybody.
Blake Snell. The entire broadcast world was like, Blake Snell wants to pitch for the Mariners, and the Mariners are going to not notice that somehow.
No, they won't. Dude, they're not even on social media. They don't know. I don't even think they have an account. Listen, EpicSeats.com. If you want to be there live at anything, or if you got tickets to anything that you're trying to offload, do it with EpicSeats.com, everybody. Nobody beats Epic Seats, local Seattle company. Mention Take 12. You take 12% off when you spend $100. It does not have to be on Seahawks tickets. It could be on anything. Concerts, whatever, hockey games, whatever you want. And they got things that aren't just in Seattle also. Worldwide, epicseats.com. So check them first. And if you're trying to sell tickets, do it with them. Mention Take 12. Get an extra $12 per seat that you're selling with Epic Seats. College games. Now, on to some happier moments. Lofa, Tutupu, and everybody, you all know, our Washington Huskies finished it up. They took care of business. It was a little shaky. I do not know why they were throwing the ball at the end of the game. It looked like they were trying to give it away, McNeil. What in the world? Run the ball, work some clock, make them use their timeouts, and kick a field goal. Does nobody play video games anymore? But whatever. They got it done. They're 12-0. Thank goodness, because if they would have gone down to the hated Cougs, then, I mean, you just forget about it. But they took care of business, and it's the second time they've ever gone 12-0 in their history, and, you know, whatever. I'm from Seattle, and I love them, so I'm going to mention it. It's my podcast. I can do what I want. Lofa, come on. You want to give some love to the Dogs? 12-0. That's hard to do, man, going undefeated.
Yeah. No, it's congrats to the Dogs.
Thank you.
We've talked about how tough rivalry games are. It doesn't matter. Throw out the records. Doesn't matter what kind of season, you know, the other team is having. UCLA almost got us back in 2004 like this. And came down to an onside kick, which we recovered. Shout out to Matt Castle.
Whoa. Did he recover?
But now
he was on the hands team?
Oh, Silky Mitts.
Wait, what?
He played baseball.
What? Matt Castle was on the hands team at USC.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
One of our quarterbacks.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough to do, go 12-0. And now you get a rematch with Oregon. And I want to know how you're feeling about that.
Well, I'm feeling like, what the hell? I was watching football, and then the promo came out, and I thought, what? I thought they were in a different. I thought we were in the same division or whatever. Why do we have to play them again? What, McNeil? Did the Pac-12 do away with this? Because I was shocked. I didn't know we'd have to play the Ducks again. Now I'm freaking out.
It's kind of like last year when we were like, oh, the Niners won't beat us a third time this year.
Yeah.
Wait, but why are we playing them again? Dude, I don't understand. Michigan gets to play Iowa. They don't have to play Ohio State again. Why?
Iowa's crazy.
Why are we playing Arizona? Why?
And then the camera tricked me so hard that I thought we really ran a halfback dive on 4th and 1.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, did they really just punt this game away?
I had an absolute heart attack. That I saw him get stuffed, and I yelled, "Oh no, I can't believe it!" And then, of course, they faked out the camera too. It was amazing. Oh, Rome for president, everybody. By the way, my God, do whatever you can to get him on your NFL teams. That guy's a stud, bona fide stud. Come on, Lofa. I mean,
so Matt Casserole was a good catcher on your team? See what I did there?
He had great hands. That's why he was on the hands team. And
you know who else has good hands? Roma Dunze. Lofa, you got to be loving his game. Come on. That guy's a beast.
Yeah. Speed, too, on top of it. And what is he, like 6'3"? I think they were comparing him to Devontae Adams. That's high praise, but he looks the part, man. Yeah, they're very impressed with what the season he's put out.
Well, let's get your prediction, your far too early prediction then about the game on Friday, because I'm not going to want to talk about it later this week. I'm going to be too nervous.
Oh, the Ducks are going to roll you guys.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you said that, actually. Good.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it's going to be a fight. You know, both teams are stacked with NFL talent on their roster.
Yeah.
And really, I told you, it came down to coaching last game, right? The game that they lost to you guys, they went for it twice on the goal line, didn't make it.
Right.
Then to hand Michael Penix the ball back, only needing to go 40 yards with 2 minutes, I just couldn't understand going for that. Yeah, okay, the game's over if you get the first down, but what if you don't?
Yeah.
Like that's a real possibility. And then putting the kicker in that position to have to kick like a 45-yarder just to force overtime at the end. It just I thought they kind of handed it to you.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. But hey, listen. This time, nobody's handing anything to anybody. I think it's going to be a slugfest down there. I can't wait. I'm a little nervous. They got the extra day of rest, which is a little annoying to me. I wish they would have had to play on Saturday also. But whatever.
It's a bunch of 20-year-olds, man. You can play back-to-back games if you want. What I wouldn't give to be 22 again.
Yeah, man. What else? What other college games before we get out of here? Did you watch the Alabama thing? That was insane.
That was I saw the last play, like 4th and 30.
How the best
on the road?
I don't know what's better, if you were an Alabama fan watching the play or watching the reactions that have come streaming in online from people in the crowd taking TikToks of themselves. It was hilarious. These Auburn fans. The seats were wet.
I felt bad for everybody
tears.
in there.
Oh man. Wow.
So wait, now what's going on with the playoffs? So now Ohio State's out, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, unless crazy things happen in all these championship games, we got to see what happens in these championship games. But I'd say, Georgia's in no matter what, probably, right? Even if they lose to Alabama, because they're playing each other in the championship game.
Yeah, I wouldn't see them dropping past 4. No.
Right.
Someone's going to get left out, though. Right? So let me see. Let me just pull up the college rankings.
Listen,
it'll probably be that team with one loss that lost to UW that's playing on Saturday.
If the dogs take care of business, then they're in. They're completely undefeated. They would have beat a bunch of ranked teams. They would have beat Oregon twice at that point. They're in. If Oregon beats the dogs, they're going to have to look pretty good doing it. And then we'll see what happens with everything else. Excuse me.
I could see worst case for Georgia, they lose, but it's got to be close because Bama's ranked 8, right?
Right.
I could see them dropping to 4. Bama, but they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
So that would mean they'd have to leapfrog, but they are playing the number 1 team and defending national titles. So
totally. And it's Alabama. They're so good.
I feel like no matter what Florida State does, they're getting pushed out of this thing.
Really? No matter what they do?
Yeah. Yeah. So who are they? Are they playing in the ACC championship?
They would have to be.
Yeah.
Didn't their quarterback get hurt last week?
Yeah. And then it's a rivalry game, so I don't put much into it that they almost lost to a 5 or 6 win team, Florida.
Right.
I think they pulled away late or whatever. But, I don't know who were their quality wins.
Yeah, I don't know.
LSU week 1 when let me scroll down to find LSU. 13.
They're right
overall.
There.
Yeah. But that's the only team I can remember them beating, and that was week 1.
Yeah.
When no one really knows shit about rankings and we don't know who's good or what, but they didn't end up being great.
Well, they're just ranked high to begin
3
with,
losses.
too. So they've just been riding that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why the rankings, there should be no preseason poll. You should just wait till we get to week 6 or 7. And now you compare who's beat, what teams and, on the road or strength of schedule. I think when you get ranked too high early, especially, I'll give SEC the credit. They are the best conference year in and year out. Pac made some noise this year, had a lot of good teams. I don't think everyone realizes how good Arizona is and the job they've done down there.
Mm-hmm.
But for the last 2 decades, maybe even more, the SEC has been so strong, but they've always been ranked so high that if they lose, they're not falling out of the top 10.
Man,
did I lose you guys?
No, you're good. I was just thinking how hard I was rooting for Auburn in that moment, just for fun, and it just was such a weird. I still don't really understand. They rushed 2 guys. They only rushed 2. They rushed too and had a guy just sitting right in front. So they basically had 3 guys standing by the quarterback. Everybody else, the only thing they could do is throw to the end zone there. They had everybody else there, and he finds him in the back corner of the end zone. How? Crazy.
I'm at least getting to the line and looking like we're in zero pressure, all out blitz, and then just dropping a couple guys last second to run underneath the vertical routes, and then tell my secondary just stay deep.
Yeah, it's almost like the defenders just thought there's no way this can be completed. So, because even when he starts to throw it, like there's only really one guy who goes over to defend it. Like, where's everybody else? The entire team is in the end zone. And then Saban afterwards, they asked him about it. He's like, well, we actually practice that play all the time. Which I'm sure they do, but he's just like, he's
the first time they completed it,
brushing the dust off. Like, we had it the whole time. Yeah, all right, Nick.
So quit asking. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
So wait, our conference championships this week?
Yeah. Coming up this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
nice
slate of.
And who did
football.
Oregon lose to, Alofa?
USC.
Touche. I wish it was y'all in the championship playing the best team in the nation. I had to hesitate when I said that.
Nation. McNeil. Okay, look. I root for the Huskies now that my Trojans are out, right? I've said that before. I root for the Cougs and the Huskies as long as you're not playing the Trojans. You really think they're the best team?
Record-wise.
Your record is what it says you are.
I'm telling you, when you get to the playoffs, it's the same thing I said last year. And you go against an SEC team like Georgia, who has like 5 deep of first and second rounders at every position. You could give them a little bit of a fight with 2 weeks to prepare. When that next championship game comes, that week after, like if you're one of the other teams that has to face them, kind of like, what was it, TCU last year? It's going to be ugly because they just have so much firepower.
My entire family down in the South, they're all Georgia fans. And, of course, I root for Washington, and we looked it up. The UW and Georgia have never squared off in a football game ever. So
that'd be cool.
We'll see.
That Alabama
dogs
college
on
playoff
dogs.
game in 2016 was rough.
Let's not let
2016?
McNeil, come on, man.
Well, that's the only
Don't bring it
playoff
up.
game we've had.
I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Bo Scarborough went crazy that game with rookie Jalen Hurts.
You're right.
Hey, shout out to Colin at speaking of Trojans. Thanks, Lofa. I got to go to a UFC game too.
Shout out to Colin.
Oh yeah, shout out to Cash Money.
Yeah.
Colin Ashton.
Thanks, Colin Ashton.
Shout out to Wiener Schnitzel.
Family.
Two
Shout out to
locations up there in Western Washington. Everett and Fife. Go on in, mention the Take 12 podcast. Get a free hot dog with your purchase. An extra hot dog on us at Wiener Schnitzel. Everybody. That's it for us. Send us emails anytime. Check us out on social media at Take12Pod. Email address is seahawkspod@gmail.com. Hands in the middle, everybody. Lofa, come on. Words of wisdom. Something inspiring as we head off into this week. We're all going to be in Dallas together. We're all going to be in Dallas.
Yeah, we can all be together.
If you guys are going to Dallas for the game looking for a party, come party with us.
Are you done?
No, yeah.
Maybe I'll be there.
We're on to Dallas. Forget last week. That shit is over. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go, Katie. I heard one yeah.
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 All right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Beat Dallas on 3. 1, 2, 3. Beat Dallas.
Yes.
Lopez in like 8K high definition, and Brett's like 240.
I can't even see Brett.